What's up, everybody? Welcome to RealGamerNewz.com. I'm your host, John Ireson, Editor-in-Chief at RealGamerNewz.com, and I'm joined today by Public Relations Editor, Josh.
Hey,
How
what's
you doing,
going on,
man?
everyone?
No, not bad. Basically, you know why we're joined here tonight. We're here to talk about the Game of the Year 2014 nominees, our personal Game of the Years for 2014, and honorable mentions, dishonorable mentions. So that's the type of stuff you can expect from this show. We also had a voting system, and that closed last night. So everybody that reads the site got to vote on a premium selection of games, what they thought was the best 3DS game, Wii U game, etc. The results to that will be posted on RealGamerNewz.com tomorrow in detail with some interesting facts about how the votes came in and stuff like that. So just to start off, I just want to say big shout outs to every company this year. Even if you're on our dishonorable mentions, we just appreciate you giving it your effort and trying, and we're really looking forward to 2015. And everybody always has a second chance every time that new year rolls around. So let's see. My
Also, one of the
Oh, go
things
ahead.
one of the things I want to say to some developers: stop releasing all your shit at the same time. October and November are just jam full of shit. If you're a small indie developer, don't release in that time. No one's gonna play your game. Period. Release some games during the summer. If you want to make a big impact, release during the summer. That's when a lot of people are down off of school or on vacation and they want new games to play. I don't know why it's this fucking hard to comprehend, but apparently it is.
Right, right. And I also think that people should definitely. What's up? We're joined now by Tristan as well, contributing editor. But anyways, we're just saying how they release on crazy times. Josh was saying, and I totally agree with that. And I think that that's a big lesson to learn for next year. And I also think that especially to the indie people, that we should be looking at January as a serious option
Definitely.
to release games. Because right now, there's not that many games coming out. But anyways, shouts out to the companies that do take that risk and release them in summer or whenever. But anyways, let's just get into the meat of the things. Right now, I'm gonna stay right off the top of the bat. My top five, and people are gonna hate on me for this, and I already know it, but I don't care. Is Grand Theft Auto 5 PS4 edition is my number one favorite game. I know it's a PS4 edition, but there was enough changes for me, particularly being able to drive and shoot in first person at the same time is a game changer that's not been done well in any past games I can think of, and it's not done in today's open world games such as like Watch Dogs, which is my number two favorite game of last year. Uh, my number three favorite game of last year. Oh, by the way, to speak on Watch Dogs, I know a lot of people don't like it, and it's true. It was false advertised, in my opinion. That's true. But the thing is, I already knew that type of stuff going into it. Like I wasn't falling for the hype. I just went in there blind. Like I have no idea what this game's gonna be. I did a little testing on it, but I just didn't even let that affect me. I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna try turn this on and see what it is. And in a day where Josh said it perfectly the other day because he likes this game too. Pretty much, it's a complete game. You can turn it on and just sit there and play it, whether you're online or offline, and it's got a lot of meat to it. There's a lot of side missions. There's a lot of missions. There's a great story. There's a lot of gameplay aspects happening at all times, sort of like where you find yourself lost in the world, like GTA. And that's impressive that Ubisoft did that. And for all the crap bad about it with the advertising, not 1080p, blah blah. Sure, okay, you can complain about that. That's fine. But as far as a gamer's game, I thought this was definitely it. So that's my top two, and I can just stop there. And Josh, would you want to chime in with some of your top two and some thoughts?
Oh, definitely. Watch Dogs is sitting at my number one right now. It was by far one of the best games I played in 2014. It had probably one of the better stories I've seen. There was twists, there's curves, different shit just got thrown at you that you didn't quite see coming. And I like to see that in a game. I don't like game to be so cliche that I can see everything coming. I like there to be good story. I feel like sometimes that gets brushed off on the side now, or they can't combine both of them. So that was definitely GTA 5 has
Right.
got to be in that list for PS4. First person mode, definitely awesome. That is by far one of my favorite aspects. I like to be able to switch in between. I enjoy also, motorcycles, vehicles, driving makes a completely different game now.
It really is crazy.
That and they are bringing Heist next year or in
Finally.
2015 for PS4, and
And
Xbox One.
that'll sort of like give birth to GTA Online again. Me and Tristan were talking about that the other day.
Did you participate in the winter thing where they had the snow and all that shit?
No, but I heard about that and stuff. The PS3 version got hacked at one point and was like not even playable at one point. I heard there was like big huge UFOs spawned in the middle of the street and stuff like that, and people just couldn't even like drive by or walk by them. But I think that might have been taken care of by now. But
It was definitely fun because there was snow. Your car reacted to it. You could fucking headshot people with snowballs, which that was pretty fucking fun.
that's funny. All right. Well, before we go further, Tristan, what is your? Do you have any like top pick or two top picks? Some thoughts on it? I know you just jumped in the call and stuff, but we're
I
kind of
don't
gonna
know.
go
Don't get
down like a
started our
top
edition.
five. Yeah, we're gonna do like a top five, a personal top five for each of us, and like honorable mention and like dishonorable mention, and then do some indie shout outs as well.
Do you want me to just name off like 5 through 3 and then save 1 and 2?
No, say like
Well,
whatever
I
you fucking
I
want to
said
do.
my top one and my top number two. Me and Josh just did our top number one and two. So if you want to follow that format, it'll probably be easier for the listener.
Alright, well,
I know it's a little backwards, but my bad. That's how I started it.
my number 1 is a tie between Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and Dragon Age Inquisition. And my number 2 is Sunset Overdrive.
Oh, fuck
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. All
Which is a
right.
game that not enough people talk about, but it's the best Xbox exclusive out right now. So
I definitely have to agree with Tristan there. Sunset Overdrive's been killer. Got that on day one. It's
a very,
definitely
very different game because it's a shooting game where you can't just stand and shoot people. You got to run around, and if you don't, you die like immediately, which is way different from really anything I've ever played before. Because every other game you could stand there and shoot, except maybe a couple of multiplayer games, but that's different. You can't if the enemies will swarm you, and then you'll get shot up by the scabs.
the player customization was just fucking sick in there. You do
It was
whatever you
cool.
want.
It could be a little bit better, but it's just the fact that gameplay is a lot cooler. But I do like how you can change your gender and your body type whenever you want, which is kind of weird because one second the dialogue is orientated for a male, the next second it could be orientated for a female. You could be some big-breasted chick or some like 12-year-old girl.
I think the one thing
Not
that
even kidding.
when playing Sunset Overdrive, for the story, it was alright. Most of the people that are fucking bitching about you're doing missions, I want to fucking kill them in the first place. Like, one guy wants some fucking water. Fuck you, asshole.
It's kind of reminded me of the Dead Rising games, how some of the missions were set up. They're just like, you have to just do like stupid crap for stupid people, but it had a lot of Easter eggs for stuff. Like, there's an Easter egg for Breaking Bad within the first like 16 minutes of the game. So,
Sunset Overdrive is another one of those games that, like Watch Dogs and GTA, you can just turn it on, and there's tons of content there. So, like,
And it's not. It takes a while to master too. I mean, I noticed at first I had a hard time moving around like nonstop and flipping your weapons and all this other stuff. But it takes a
you
little bit
have
of
to
time to get
constantly
it.
change and jump.
Oh yeah,
and
you
all
got
kinds
to
of
change
things.
what weapons you're using, change how you're moving, and then you hit a different area and it's completely different. The wires are different. How you move around is very different. It was definitely a well-built game, though.
yeah,
Like
I'm
I said, the
definitely.
best Xbox exclusive out right now. And
I
I don't
got
count Halo and stuff like that because that's old games. So
Are you gonna?
I got the Sunset Overdrive Xbox One, as you guys know, and so that one was definitely going to be on my shout out somewhere in here. But I actually, moving on, everybody to your third pick.
I just want to say one more thing about one of his games.
Okay.
Super Smash Brothers on Wii U.
Well,
Has to
yeah,
be
he
one.
tied Dragon Age and Smash Bros. For his #1 picks.
Yeah, Smash Brothers is fucking awesome. Even though Best Buy lost my collector's edition, which they had to
Well,
over.
if you give, I have the 3DS and the Wii U version, so I'm gonna have a free soundtrack coming in, and you also get the Mewtwo DLC for free.
Yep,
So
it
that's kind
was.
of cool.
What are
Yeah,
you
it was.
crackers talking about? I'm just kidding. I'm just jealous because I ran out of money right at the end of the year when I was about to get my Nintendo stuff.
The
But I'm gonna
fucking
get it though later in the year,
linking into
hopefully.
one fucking thing that Nintendo has done wrong. Amiibos. Why in the hell are they so fucking hard to find?
We're gonna have to move that over to another show because that's a whole
I-
entire.
When I bought my copy of Smash, the dude was trying to sell me a Link amiibo, and it was supposed to be like $13, but they had it there for like 30 because they're so hard to find.
Oh my god.
I was like, dude, I don't want one.
I got a discontinued Marth on the first day, and apparently now they're extremely rare. So, I don't know.
You could find them on eBay.
Oh, yeah.
I think a lot of it is I think a lot of it is just Nintendo fans are crazy, dedicated, crazy passionate, and they're not really that rare. It's just that Nintendo didn't really make a bunch of them because Nintendo, I think like was smart and they anticipated this. They know their fans and they knew that shit was gonna happen and they knew they're gonna make buttloads of money and act like they're rare. And then they said that they're not even making those ones again, and the reason is they're making like a second wave. They're gonna do it again to people, have everybody go scrambling in the stores again and eBaying and collecting again, and then they're gonna be like, all right, that was cool. Here's wave 3 of the Amiibos, and regular people like me and you know, that's not really fair to us that Nintendo is making it like that because it's like, okay, now if I just want to have a Link amiibo just so I can just game with it and that's my preference, then it's like no, unless you have $1,000, it's not happening.
Yeah, no shit.
But whatever. Oh well. My #3 pick goes to Destiny, and I'm like torn about it because on the one hand, like IGN just put out an article today, 29 things that Destiny can improve on, and that's like pathetic that you have 29 things that IGN can list off when IGN is like really conservative and not even like that controversial most of the time. And there's 29 things, and I read through them, and they were like legit. So I was like, wow, that's a lot of like negativity, and it's repetitive, and you have to have the DLC, and you know to really make it worth it. But it's fun, it's addictive, and I really see where they're kind of trying to go with it and trying to do with it, and I like it and I respect it. It's just this, it's like a new concept. It's not that different as from what we were sort of promised. It was supposed to be like such a game changer and so different, but it's like not really. But I still respect it for what it is. I'm still happy with it. Getting lots of hours out of it. That's my #3 pick for that reason of replay value and fun factor. And a lot of people are not going to agree with my top 3 picks right there. But what are you guys' #3?
Why don't you go, Tristan?
Want me to go first?
Yeah.
Well, #3 is kind of hard because of what #4 ended up being when I, did everything in my head. That sounded really stupid, but basically, I don't count any of the, remasters or remakes or whatever. If I did, then I'll tell you what Last of Us Remastered to be #3. But since I don't count that, I would probably have to say Far Cry 4. I mean, it's kind of basically the same game as the third game. It's just there's more stuff to do, which I don't see anything wrong with the third game. So
Didn't they make it more like cinematic and action-ish?
I think they made it less, because your dude talks like way less now than he did in the last game. They made it less cinematic. There's not as many cutscenes, which I think that's probably because the game was made in like 18 months or less. So
Still very good gameplay, though.
yeah, a game that was made in like less than 2 years actually doesn't suck for once. Who would have thought? I guess that developers is good, and I don't mean Ubisoft. I mean whoever makes the game. I don't know personally, but
They got a bunch of studios and they just rename them all Ubisoft. It's really
Yeah, they're
annoying.
all Ubisoft something, but that studio actually is good. That's like the one Ubisoft game I played this year that I actually liked.
All right, Josh, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is Diablo 3 Ultimate Evil Edition.
Nice.
That is a reboot, but that is also a fucking awesome reboot. Because it sucked on PS3, and it was fucking awesome on PC. They took them together, and they skull-fucked them together. Gameplay is fucking awesome. Online works great. The looting system has been redone.
It's really, really addictive.
I reviewed it. I think I gave it a 10. I probably put like 60 hours into it within 2 days, so...
I put some time in that. It's really good. I don't see anything wrong with it. It's a pretty solid 10, but I had played it before on the older systems and PC, so I can't make my list because it's not really a new game technically, but technically it is a new game if you look at it.
If you want to ask John, who fucking posted at least 6,000 fucking screenshots of Diablo 3 Ultimate Evil Edition on Facebook.
That should be in your top 5 based on that, John.
It was gonna be, but I don't want to repeat over here. I'm gonna put. Yeah, I'm gonna put Titanfall as my number 4, and I just think that similar to Destiny, even though it has its problems, it's one of the games that I played the most last year. It's one of the games that I enjoyed the most last year, and I sit here thinking like there were so many games that I like really respected their vision and I wanted to mention tonight, but they just escaped my mind. Like people say, oh, there wasn't shit for games this year, but I feel like there was a lot of games that just all kind of got whitewashed, and a lot of them were like a little bit too generic and stuff like that. So they kind of got washed over, like we didn't notice them, sort of, as much as we should have. Like you said, Sunset Overdrive. I didn't even remember that, and I got my white Xbox on my desk right here. So it's like there were so many games that they just kind of blended together this year. But and I guess people can say like, oh, Titanfall is just like Destiny. You know, you need to buy the DLCs or it's not even worth it, and it doesn't even have a story mode.
Nobody even plays the DLCs.
Well,
Whoever said that's an idiot.
Honestly, the game is kind of like dying out, and I don't even know if it's going to survive.
Servers are hot right now.
Are they hot again?
Yeah, everybody
Xbox.
plays attrition mode.
Yeah, everyone plays attrition. Xbox One, the servers are hot right now.
Oh, well, I got the PC version, and I really liked it, and I don't regret picking it as number 4, even though I honestly have doubts about its future as a franchise.
Yeah.
But
maybe if they had like a full story mode, and they kind of explain a little bit more of the Titans, and some backstory would be really nice.
I gotta be happy about the fact that Watch Dogs and Destiny and Titanfall are new IPs. They had tons of people excited. They got tons of people happy playing them, and I was one of them that was playing them and liking it. And it did something for new IPs. It doesn't mean that they have to be perfect right out the bat, and they had like not that many games to compete with this year. But I want to hear what you guys' picks for number 4.
My number 4 is Bravely Default for 3DS. Like came out a little bit earlier in the year.
Dude, you got to teach me how to play that because I have it and I want to like it, but I just don't know how to play it. Like I'm playing it and I'm doing the things set.
Dude, I don't know how to play it.
It's a complicated game, dude. It's really complicated.
Are you one of those like 10-year-old kids that bought it and like took it back because they didn't know how to play it?
Yeah, I'm a 10-year-old kid actually. Just a RealGamerNewz exclusive announcement.
I only got about 25 hours in Bravely Default, but that game was fucking awesome. Can't wait for the second one to come out.
Yeah.
Word. What's your number 4 pick, Josh?
I actually got a tie right now. Where the fuck did it go? Mario Kart 8 and the not those. Forza Horizon 2. It was extremely close. They're both racing games. I've been loving the Horizon series since it came out. but they did a really good job with the second one. They made it extremely more. The game's way more open. Now you can just basically drive anywhere on the map. The vehicles are really good now. There's actually the festival is kind of ranked now, so it makes more sense. And they did just add a new giant DLC, and it's all off-road rally, so that's pretty sweet. And obviously, Mario Kart 8 came out this year. What a fucking awesome game. They brought back a lot of classic tracks, plus added some new ones. They have the integration with amiibos. Multiplayer is awesome. It's just an overall great game.
All right, all right. I got my number 5 pick. My number 5 pick is Broforce.
Nice.
Yeah, me and Josh love that one.
Tits.
Me and Josh love that one, and I had a really hard time thinking of a 5th pick because the thing is, I'm trying, like, my whole attitude and spirit towards the end of this year was like, alright, next year I want to play retro games. Next year I want to play more of the indie games and really, like, find the time to pick which indie games. And next year I want to do this and that and play older games just for the sake of it. Like, you guys saw me playing Oblivion and Skyrim in the beginning of this year. And, so, you know, I think Broforce is a good pick for me for number 5 because it sort of represents that, like, shift back to the core essentials of gaming, and that's my pick. Shouts out to Devolver Digital, the publisher, the awesome indie publisher. They're putting a lot of their stuff on PS4 this year, and there's a Broforce crossover, and Broforce is just really badass if you haven't heard of it.
And there's Expendables, which is a free DLC.
Crazy. All right, what are you guys' number 5 picks? And sorry, Tristan, before we do you guys' number 5 picks, Tristan, can you say a few more words about Bravely Default, both you guys, because I need some motivation to go back to it and play it before we get off.
It's a fucking awesome game. Go play it and stop wasting time on shit that's older now.
It's reminiscent of some of the more classic RPGs out there.
I'm like stuck in a cave somewhere, and it's like I get into a battle and then I press buttons and then nothing. I don't know.
What are you, 4 years old?
Basically. Alright, so what's you guys' number 5 picks?
You go first, Josh.
Alright, number 5. What the fuck are you, you bastard? Where the fuck are you? Deciding. There's a bunch of really good ones towards the end, but I don't wanna. I'm kind of torn because Advanced Warfare was really fucking awesome this year. The multiplayer was great. It was a new kind of reboot, kind of mixed some shit up with Titanfall almost with the exoskeleton suits. True. And that had to be the best fucking campaign in Call of Duty history. Almost as good as Call of Duty 4, pretty fucking close. Kevin Spacey looked like Kevin Spacey. I wanted to fucking stab him in the face, but probably a notable mention along those lines is South Park: Stick of Truth. I know a lot of people. A lot of people glazed by South Park: Stick of Truth.
How did I forget to mention that?
A lot of people
that game is pretty amazing.
That game is perfect.
The top 10 list would be in there for me, but
I mean, if you love South Park, it's perfect. Can I have some more Tang?
If you love RPGs, really, it's perfect.
RPGs, South Park, comedy, it's fucking great.
If you're a gamer and you have an open mind, even a little bit, it's perfect, really. It's pretty good. I mean, and it's an Ubisoft game that took, like, it was like in 3 different development companies, and it was almost canceled by a bunch of people, and Ubisoft grabbed it, and they took forever, and then it finally got finished by whoever, all these tons of people, like, passing the baton. And it finally came out. It was a birth of love. It was a little crazy, like, love demon that took a million years. And it came out, and we were all like, oh, here it goes. It's going to suck. And then it came out, and we were like, dude, it's fucking good.
10 out of 10.
The dragon.
I did give it a 10 out of 10, and I beat it first. And I was just like, I was like a little kid, like, on candy. I was just like, I was so excited to tell everybody about it when I started playing it, and I was like, oh my god, dude, oh my god, this is good, and then I was like, wait a minute, it better stay this good, I don't know, And then I was like, I couldn't stop playing, and then I just beat it and reviewed it, and it's like 10 out of 10. And I gotta stop giving out so many 10s next year, but these 10s were earned in blood, especially the South Park one.
And least especially the Watch Dogs one.
Let's not talk about that right now.
5 out of 10.
Let's not talk about that right now. I still got, still got singe marks on my lawn. There's still fucking black marks in the shape of a cross from when I gave Watch Dogs a 10.
There is a couple games Mrs. Yoda played that were in her top Game of the Year ones.
Oh yeah, what's up, Mrs. Yoda? Shouts out.
She did a lot of 3DS love this year, so Kirby Triple Deluxe was on that list for her. She fucking played the shit out of that game. She also, I decided to get her Tomodachi Life since she liked Animal Crossing New Leaf so much. That game was cracked for her for, I don't know, 3.5, 4 months.
Nice.
Played every day nonstop. This was her first year with the 3DS, so I mean,
I'm hoping that when I finally get around to buying Fantasy Life, I'm hoping that game has some good crack for me and it addicts me.
She said that is by far the best 3DS game she has played this year is Fantasy Life.
Oh, dude, it looks so good, and now that I heard that recommendation, I'm definitely excited again.
I went to go pick up some of her Christmas stuff. She was gonna get Alpha Sapphire, which is really hard to find in America for some reason.
Why? Ruby's the better one.
Ruby sucks. Shut your fucking mouth.
I like Groudon, dude.
Yeah, everyone goes for water Pokemon anyway. And then she...
Dude, I don't even give a crap about any of those. I want Pokemon Red and Blue.
And then we saw...
I'm gonna go to Amazon sometime this year. I'm gonna buy a Game Boy Color Advance SP and a Pokemon Red cartridge, and then I'm just gonna be like, this is Pokemon, bitch. And then I'm gonna play it for 5 minutes and shut it off, probably.
And then we went and picked up Fantasy Life, and she's been addicted. It's like fucking crack.
That's what's up.
Yep.
Any other Mrs. Yoda mentions? Any dishonorable Mrs. Yoda mentions before we all get into our
games you really hated this
I didn't even say my number. I didn't say my number 5 yet.
Oh crap! What's your number 5, bro?
Duck Dynasty on Xbox 360.
Ah! What is that?
Don't play it, please.
Is that a game where you?
That is the worst game that might be worse than Ride the Hell Retribution.
Oh my god! It's like Duck Hunt, but you shoot gay people.
It's like that lame Duck Dynasty show, but except it's a game, so it's even worse because it's basically, I swear, some of the lines in the game are just like taken straight out of the show. Because I've seen like probably a few episodes of it, and I like remember some of the stuff they said, and like they hunt raccoons with like grenades.
I feel bad for the developers, though. I mean, what else are you gonna do besides take clips out of the show? You don't even want to put words in their mouth. You don't know what those crazy people would say.
Happy.
An honorable mention by Mrs. Yoda was Hearthstone. Finally came playable. It actually did release this year, I'm pretty sure. It came out of beta.
Yep, it did.
Full release. She's been playing that on her tablet, and that's been a huge hit this year.
Yep, I like that game.
You want to know my real number 5?
What's your real number 5?
It's a tie between The Wolf Among Us and The Walking Dead Season 2.
Oh yeah, I'm totally gonna rent that complete edition of Wolf Among Us and check it out.
Yeah, dude, they had the Telltale sale on Xbox One, so I just bought all of them.
Cool.
Because I owned Wolf Among Us and Walking Dead on 360, and they had everything on sale, so I just got the new Borderlands and Game of Thrones, and those are both looking pretty good.
They
have a Minecraft game coming out.
I finished Tales of Borderlands Episode 1. It's really good.
It's really good. It's just like the games, except with the Telltale spin.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I know we all played a lot of betas this year. At least me and John did. I don't know if Tristan played any fucking betas, but
I played about 2 or 3. The main one was the one I like the most is Halo 5, obviously, but
yeah, Halo 5 Guardians beta, that was fucking awesome. Got to play I think we got to play some other ones too, some we can't mention obviously, but
Can I change my top 5 choice game to Greg Miller quitting IGN? Because that game was awesome.
Oh god, that was a fucking great thing.
No, just kidding. Shouts out to kindafunnygames.com or something like that. Just Google Kinda Funny Games. There are a lot of websites right now. It's kind of hard to keep track of them. But all right, I got some
Dishonorable mentions.
Oh yeah. I got some dishonorable. You know what? Yeah, let's just get into the dishonorable mentions right now, cause I got some bitching to do, and this shit's a little more interesting.
Hey, let me just say 5 games, and I'm not even gonna say why I hate them.
Oh, all right.
Duck Dynasty, obviously why.
Why the fuck did you even put that in your system?
I think he
It was
did
in
it to
someone
troll
else's
himself.
system.
Yeah, he just wanted to see how bad it is.
And we played it on a 360 just to be even more stupid. Because it's the weakest
Just to
one.
make
and save a
just
lot.
to make sure you can see the shittiest fucking version of it possible.
I'm pretty
Shitty
sure they all
game.
probably look the same though, but I mean, we just wanted
Right.
to.
Visually, it looks the same, but it has the aura of like stinkiness all around it, and it's like,
All right.
what else do you hate?
Watch Dogs.
Okay.
It's not the worst game I played, but I'm really disappointed.
All right, continue.
GTA 5 first-person mode. When
What? You don't like it?
sometimes when you're shooting, it feels really weird. Like your dude has like one eye open, but
Well,
the driving's great. The shooting,
Are you like
what
super
I don't like, but the
disappointed?
driving-
'Cause,
yeah, by the shooting. I really like the driving though, but I always would switch the third person whenever I had to shoot. But I switch the first when I'm driving.
that's
Just-
weird.
That's weird. I do the exact opposite. I do third person driving and first person shooting.
Me too. All right, what else you hate? I wish
it
was never born. I wish they would choke to death on Xanax pills.
Oh.
That was just a random choice of pills, but it could be any
That wa-
pills.
That
Yeah,
was a pretty
aspirins.
random choice. All right.
Choke to death.
So that was like 3. Where's the other 2?
I know, we're waiting here.
There's a game that came out on Wii U. It's called Meme Run, and
Meme Run.
it cost $5, and me and a couple of friends bought it just because we thought it was going to be hilarious based off the trailer. But the game doesn't even work. It's like a troll just to get like $5 out of you.
Oh
And
my
it's
god.
got like all like
Nintendo.
the stupid like videos, and it's got it's got Snoop Dogg. There's a Wii U game. It's rated E10, and it has Snoop Dogg pop up say "Smoke weed every day." They probably
Dude,
put that in a patch or something because
how did
There's no way.
Nintendo...
I don't know. And it's rated E10, and it's got like the Call of Duty gun just like shooting, and
Dude,
it's
that
really
sounds like it's not
really
even...
bad because it's glitchy, doesn't work half the time, and
That's not
whenever
even
it does
legal.
work, you can't even see what's going on screen. because
that's
it's like
not
a
even-
platformer.
You meme run, you need to be reported to the police. This is bullshit. And dude, there's a couple
It's a
things
real
that,
game. Look it up.
there's a couple things that are on the Amazon App Store that are not even real apps too, like that. And I'm like, really?
Yeah, that's
All the
my
reviews
number 5.
the reviews are from like 2 years ago, and they're like, "Oh, I'm getting ripped off," and it's like they're still on the store. Well, I got some legitimate dishonorable
There's a
mentions.
game called Dungeon something. I was on iOS or something.
Oh, dude, I dishonorable
It's,
mentioned the entire iOS platform.
Well, yeah, but this game was really bad. Because it would take like you had to like build up your stuff, and it tried to get you to pay real money.
That sounds like every iOS.
Yeah, but to build like one thing, it would take 9 days for $15. And the mascot of the game was like Satan, and it was made by EA. I can't remember. I know people who watch this are probably gonna know what I'm talking about, but I can't remember what it was called because it was that bad. I tried to scrub it out of mind just.
All right, well, you're getting a little flaky, but okay, thank you.
Don't play it.
Some serious bitching. John handed me this code for a game on Steam. Supposed to be really good. Tabletop Simulator. What a pile of fucking shit.
Oh, dude, I hate them. Why did they even do that to troll us?
It's not even fucking playable.
It's exactly like Surgeon Simulator, except there's like chessboards and like checkerboards and shit, and they don't work because it's just like Surgeon Simulator. There's not even like a scorekeeper thing anywhere, so if you wanted to like play, you'd have to just pay attention.
I got halfway through the
Euro
fucking game of
Truck
chess.
Simulator.
And if some dude like spills the board every piece.
Yeah, I spilled the board and the fucking thing went everywhere. shout out to whatever fucking developer it is. You fucking suck.
Yeah. I hate you guys. Anybody that makes a simulator game from now on, I hate you.
Except for Goat Simulator and Bald
That
Eagle
was fucking
Simulator.
awesome.
Well, I got it from my phone for free.
And Euro Truck Simulator
try it.
3.
I'll try
the
it soon.
The final one.
I got it from my phone on Christmas. It was an Amazon giveaway. I'm gonna try it. But all right, I got some dishonorable mentions. We're gonna have to kind of speed this up a little bit because we got North Korea on the phone on the hold right now, and it's not looking good. It's ugly. It's a whole different
One of those notable mentions / like good bad Planetary Annihilation.
Yeah, Planetary Annihilation. Neutral mention.
Neutral mention. Fucking confusing as shit. You might as well just get a fucking manual. The fucking size of good and evil. That thing's so fucking complicated to play.
I got a shoebox that's smaller than what the manual should be for this game. It's like, this game's awesome. It's reinventing RTS. It's like RTS on planetary scale, and it's like, this is incredible, but you have to be an alien to understand how to play it.
Yep.
You have to have a 500 times large size brain. But I'm not giving up on it yet, bro. I'm excited for it still. We're gonna get there eventually. AC Unity, terrible. Okay, not terrible. The amount of glitches was terrible. I'll be specific.
If there wasn't as many glitches, it could be a lot better. Like the combat doesn't work half the time, and it's just like glitches when you're like running on buildings, and cutscenes will like mess up, and the game will crash. Don't tell me the issues aren't that bad. They are pretty bad. But if there were no glitches, there's a pretty solid game underneath there. But
I just don't understand why they had 10 or 7 teams work on Watch Dogs and 1 team work on Unity. That's not okay.
And Unity, I still think, is better than Watch Dogs, and Watch Dogs doesn't have any glitches. At least I know of.
No, it has some, but they're...
Dude, Unity has more glitches than anything. Multiplayer, you hang up.
Multiplayer doesn't work, dude.
Drive
Multiplayer
Club
doesn't even work for me. The servers are always down.
Drive Club should not even exist.
Oh my god.
It should have been another Motorstorm or something.
The other racing game, the club? That was even worse than Drive Club.
NBA,
the crew.
NBA 2K15. You take all that hype built up from 14 being good, completely down the toilet. Nice job.
Bad?
14 was really good. I actually enjoyed it.
Everybody just go by 14. Don't even bother with 15. And Donkey Kong Returns 3D on the 3DS. It's not that bad per se, but here's the problem, and it's only going to affect some people. But it affected me, and Josh, I think it affected him. The problem is,
weird.
It's a Wii port. Yeah, me and Tristan talked about it once too. It's a Wii port, and the graphics look weird. They're too slow. It draws them with not enough frames per second. So you're like always pressing the button, and there's like an input delay, and I can't stand it.
I mean, it's still good because it's Donkey Kong, but definitely get Tropical Freeze. I forgot to mention Tropical Freeze is definitely in my top 10 games.
I wish I didn't buy it because
Freeze is in my top 10. Throw your fucking controller through your TV games.
But it was amazing.
Fuck, it wasn't.
That's my dishonorable mentions.
Jesus Christ!
I got some honorable mentions too.
Master Chief Collection broke as fuck day 1. Day 60 still broke.
Actually worked for me the whole time, but I know a lot of people couldn't get matches. But I don't know.
I love the Master Chief Collection. I hate how it doesn't work, but if you want to talk about one thing I actually don't like, I don't like the Halo 2 Anniversary multiplayer. That sucks dick. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
They changed all the weapons. Like, the plasma rifle sucks cock. SMG sucks cock. The only weapon that's good is literally the battle rifle. And took everything that's good about Halo 2 and made it suck dick, except for the maps. The maps are the only thing that's better. And they made everything revolve around the battle rifle.
So they didn't...
Halo 2 Anniversary multiplayer can suck my dick. The only good thing about that is the maps and Forge.
Yeah, why didn't they just keep it all classic like they were talking about doing?
They at least have the classic in there. The classic multiplayer is amazing because it's the same shit as the old stuff. But Halo 2 Anniversary sucks.
They're giving us ODST, Tristan. Shut the fuck up. They could at least give us... I know, ODST sucks. Why don't they give us Halo Reach or something?
I'd like ODST. It's just
because they probably already planning on selling that one.
Nah, they're either gonna sell Reach as like $20 DLC or
Yeah.
something, or they're gonna like try to make you forget about that because it was Bungie's last game.
Oh, well,
Like Reach never happened.
all right. Rocksmith 2014. Shouts out to those guys because even though it's not that popular, and I personally am not that into it, my dad and stuff plays it, and musicians out there want to
Oh, that's
play
an
it.
amazing game.
It's a very, very high quality game, and I just want to shout them out for doing it, even though they're not going to make lots of money. And Alien Isolation, lots of people loved that. Shadow of Mordor, that looks insane. I can't wait to get my hands on that, and it's probably a lot of people's game of the year on our staff. Legend of Korra, crazy cool. I did not expect Platinum Games to pull it off, even though it was a little tiny game. It's just one of those games that the TV movie games always get messed up. But Legend of Korra is actually good. Fantasy Life was already talked about.
Link Between Worlds. I forgot about that, man.
That didn't come out this year. That came out in 2013, but that was
Did
like
it come out
so
at the
good.
end of 2013?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
Some
anyways,
of those games that come out at the end, I kind of always count towards the next year, but
I bought that this year and I love it. So
I got it this year too.
Don't Starve console edition. That was cool. Rogue Legacy Chariot, which you can get on Xbox One. Peggle 2.
Basement Crawl?
No. Those guys put that game out and it was so terrible. They just were like, please don't review it. And then everybody reviewed it, like bad reviews. And then they were like, we're renaming it. It's coming out an update. And they're still working on that. So shouts out to those guys. Child of Light was good. Pierre Solar HD. Never Alone. Crazy good. Right, Josh?
Yep, I was actually going to mention Never Alone. I had a few more I was going to mention that were really fucking good.
All right, you take over.
Broken Age.
I'm done. I just want to say one more. Transistor is really good, and I knew it would be, but it's not the game that I thought it was going to be. But it was a different kind of game, and it was really good.
Disney Infinity 2.0. We actually jumped on the train for that one this time since it was all Marvel. They did a really good job with that, especially all the different characters and stuff they're adding. It's an extremely fun game, extremely fun to pick up. Just Dance 2015. Some people may not like that pick, but fuck you because it's a really good game. Just Dance 2014 is a pile of trash. They had a lot of really good features. Got the community really into it. Peggle 2 and Mario Golf World Tour on 3DS. It was really good.
All right. Well, I think
Infamous Second Son was a really good game.
Oh shit, that
was 2013.
2013.
No. Infamous Second Son came out in February.
Oh, okay.
Came out at the very beginning. I got a poster on my wall to prove it.
All right.
Yeah, it came out March 21st.
All right, that's right. Okay.
That came out February. Whatever. I don't care.
It came out in March. Shut the fuck up.
I said you're probably right. I thought it came out in February.
All right. Well, that was a good game, so definitely deserves an honorable mention at least.
Oh, definitely.
Killzone Shadowfall.
That was
I
a
didn't-
launch.
I didn't like it that much. It was cool, but whatever. Not getting ancient history here.
No shit.
All right, folks. I appreciate you joining us, Tristan. I appreciate you joining us, Josh. And I appreciate you joining us, listeners. We've already had over 15,000 views, and it's only been 8 days into the new year. So that's the type of love that we appreciate. And we haven't even really gotten to posting because we have a lot of stuff that we're working on in the background for posts and shows and new channels and everything like that. So, and we're not abandoning any of the old stuff either. It's just going to get reformatted and better. And, you know, it might be a little bit of quality over quantity for the first couple months of the year. But once we get back in the full swing of things, I think you're going to be happy with our new year.
There's going to be a lot of stuff going down this year. A lot of conventions, so a lot of stuff being covered.
Damn straight. Getting silly with it. Alright, guys. Thank you for joining us. Real Gamer News. Keep it real, keep it gaming. Peace. RealGamerNewz.com.